Good morning, respected principal, heads of all the departments and faculties of ACR. I welcome you all to the small idea and big impact concept, that is nanotechnology in plant disease management or nanoparticles in plant disease management. Nanotechnology means engines of creations. It will act as engine for many creations. The word nanotechnology derives from the Greek word which means dwarf or extremely small. Extremely small. Nano means 10 to the power minus 9. The nanoparticle size varies from 1 to 10 nanometer in size. That means nanotechnology deals with the manipulation of matter at the atomic scale. Richard Feynman he was considered as the father of nanotechnology. He describes that there was a plenty of room at the bottom, which means possibility of synthesis by direct manipulation of atoms, and the term nanotechnology was coined by Nori Taniguchi. Unique features about nanotechnology. Unique feature means it is target specific in their action and new ways of entry into the plant system and as well as animal systems and human systems. Field of nanotechnology in India. In India, nanotechnology covers mostly all the fields, but in agriculture, its contribution or its usage is very smaller amount or very little amount only. Materials and metallurgy department utilization was more. Next one, types of nanoparticles. Nanoparticles are classified as metalloids, metallic oxides and non-metals. In metalloids, boron and silicon nanoparticles are comes under metalloids. Copper, silicon, aluminium, gold, copper, these are all comes under metallic oxides, and non-metal nanoparticles, sulfur. Another nanoparticles are carbon based nanoparticles, liposomes and dendrimers. Graphene and fullerenes are the examples for carbon based nanoparticles. Next one, liposomes. Liposomes means branch tree-like nanoparticles composed of a central core dominated by the attached functional groups. Next one, dendrimers. Dendrimers are the nanoparticles that the size ranges from 1 to 50 nanometer in size. This dendrimer nanoparticles have monodispersed structures, which means they have same degree of polymerization. Next one, natural nanoparticles and man-made nanoparticles. Nanoparticles which are formed due to weathering, wind erosion, volcanic activity, cosmic dust, chemical precipitation. All these nanoparticles are comes under natural nanoparticles, and these man-made nanoparticles are engineered, man-made or engineered made nanoparticles. An example for natural nanoparticle was a large water repellent force was produced on the nanostructures produced on the legs of the water strider insect, which will act as the natural nanoparticle. Next one, applications of nanotechnology in agriculture. In agriculture, nanotechnology contributes more in food packaging and then precision farming techniques by using remote sensing devices, and then nano-based products like nano fertilizers, nano pesticides, nano insecticides, etc., and gene transfer for the crop improvement, and then nano-based foods. Nanotechnology in the detection of plant pathogens. By using these nano-based sensors, we can detect the plant pathogens or phytopathogens, or we can detect the compounds indicated to the disease condition, that is ethylene, jasmonic acid, salicylic acid. These are the defense mechanisms present in plants. Next one, plant disease management. These nanoparticles are used as protectants as well as carriers. As a protectants, we use some of the nanoparticles such as silver nanoparticle, gold nanoparticle, copper nanoparticles, titanium dioxide and chitosan. As a carrier materials, mostly we use silica nanoparticles and chitosan nanoparticles. These nanoparticles will protect the fungi, bacteria and even virus. As a carrier, these nanoparticles possesses some of the benefits, thereby increasing the shelf life. Site specific in uptake or target specific in their action. Easily solubility. Easily soluble. It will reduce the soil leaching, reduce toxicity levels, drastically reduce the number of applications. It is target specific in their action, so we can't go for more number of applications. We can reduce the number of applications by using these nanoparticles as protectants as well as carrier material. Then antimicrobial mechanism of nanoparticles. Once we apply these nanoparticles as foliar application as well as root applications, this will release the ions will release from these nanoparticles. This ion will generate the generation of oxygen reactive species or reactive oxygen species, which means highly reactive chemical formed from hydrogen peroxide or water molecules. This reactive oxygen species which involves in the cell wall disruption, protein denaturation and DNA replication inhibition. Thereby it will lead to the lysis and death of the cell wall. Next one, nanoparticles as protectants. Many of the researchers proved in their studies by using these nanomaterials like copper, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, silver. Proved in their studies these nanoparticles which is most effective against some of the specific phytopathogen. For example, Vani et al. Proved in their study zinc oxide or manganese oxide nanoparticle which is effective against the pathogen Rhizobus stolonifera Mucor plumbeus. Likewise, many of their researchers proved in their studies these nanoparticles will act as protectants and also carriers against these phytopathogens. Next one, nanoparticles as carrier material. Mostly chitosan and silica nanoparticles are used as carrier materials with the fungicides or insecticides. These are the examples. For example, chitosan was used as carrier material for the pyraclostrobin fungicide which is effective against the pathogen Puccinia aspergilli which causes rust in asparagus. Likewise, we use chitosan and silica nanoparticles as carrier material for controlling these phytopathogens. Next one, nanoformulations. Formulations which are nanometer in size and it will claim the novel properties. These are the advantages of nano formulations. They are target release, controlled release or target release in their action. It will have superior mechanical stability, improved efficacy, it is superior solubility and systemic in their action, high mobility and low toxicity or reduced toxicity. These are the examples of nano formulations, nanoparticles, nano suspensions, nano emulsion and then nano encapsulation. Advantages of nano encapsulation: when these pesticides are encapsulated by these nanoparticles, these are called as nano encapsulated pesticides. When we apply these nano encapsulated pesticides to the crop plants, it will lead to the controlled release of pesticides. Thereby it will protect the plants from photolysis, increased pest control efficiency and protection from biodegradation and reduced leaching and volatilization. Nanoparticles in plant defense mechanism. When we apply these nanoparticles in plants, it will activate the defense mechanism in plants, thereby induce the oxidative stress. Oxidative stress means generation of ROS, that is reactive oxygen species which will lead to the disruption of cell wall and then activation of antioxidative enzymes like superoxide dismutase, catalase, peroxidase, polyphenol oxidase, etc. in response to the application of this nanomaterial exposure. An application of defense response genes like salicylic acid, ethylene, jasmonic acid, etc. One, chitosan. It is biodegradable and non-toxic nano material. It possesses larger amount of antifungal activity that will cause leakage of the cellular contents of the fungus. Because of their larger antifungal activities, these chitosan molecules more effective against the Fusarium solani pathogen, which will cause wilt infection in plants. Supporting to this, chitosan nanoparticles loaded with essential garlic, essential oil. It is a new or supportive to the tebuconazole. Tebuconazole is a triazole group of fungicides which is broad spectrum and systemic in their action. Over usage or long time usage of this tebuconazole may leads to toxicological effects. So by using this, so to alternate to this, we can use this chitosan nanoparticles. Why means it possesses lot of antifungal activities. When garlic essential oil is loaded with chitosan molecules, it will act as the seed dressing agents. It will protect the seed from soil borne diseases. Next one, silver nanoparticle. Silver nanoparticle widely used in plant disease control and first use nanoparticle for the management of plant disease. Also, when we apply silver nanoparticles to the against the pathogen, it will binds with the tissue protein of the bacterium that brings structural changes in the cell wall of bacteria that leads to disruption of the bacterial cell and leads to cell death. Supporting to this, synthesis of silver nanoparticles from the plants, which and proved that it will possesses some antimicrobial properties against the pathogens. We can in this study they can take these synthesized silver nanoparticles and check their antimicrobial activity by using well diffusion assay. In Petri plate, they pour the nutrient agar medium and then induce the gram positive bacterium as well as gram negative bacterium, and then in these wells they pour synthesized silver particles. In control plate, they take only distilled water. They observe the difference. In distilled water there is no zone of inhibition, but in case of synthesized silver nanoparticles, zone of inhibition will be observed. From this they conclude that silver nanoparticles will be more effective against this gram positive bacterium when compared to gram negative bacterium. It will source more zone of inhibition in gram positive bacteria only. Next one, silica nanoparticles. Silica nanoparticles possesses lot of disease resistance properties and it stimulates the physiological activity and growth of plants. In humans also, it will destroy the cancer inducing cells or tumor inducing cells. Supporting to this, silica nanoparticles protects the rice plants against biotic and abiotic stress. In this, when we apply this silica nanoparticles as foliar application, it will activate or induce the salicylic acid synthesis, that is defense mechanism. The salicylic acid responsive genes will suppress the conidial growth of Magnaporte graecii or Magnaporte oryzae. It will also mitigate the drought. Next one, application of iron nanoparticles, which is effective against the TMV infection in plants, that is viral infection. While applying these iron nanoparticles, it will penetrate through the cell wall and involved in the production of ROS, reactive oxygen species, that will involved in the synthesis of salicylic acid. Thereby it will induce the defense gene expression or defense mechanism in plants that leads to the prevention of TMV infection. It will also promotes the plant growth. Future prospects of nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is an emerging science which is predicted to have rapid and strong future developments. It is predicted to contribute more economic growth and it involves in the creation of job opportunities in future. doctors inside our body means nowadays all of us wear electronic gadgets to monitor our health, that is smartwatch. There are some electronic tattoos also present which can even sensitize our vital organs. By scaling down this technology, by use of nanotechnology, we go for using this to monitor the imparting or injecting small nano based sensors inside our body which can monitor our vital organs. This will enable the doctors to check their patients regularly. Likewise, in plant also we can insert the nano based sensors which will monitor us, which will help us to monitor any changes in plants. Next one, sensor everywhere, which means by using this sensor based on the nanotechnology make this sensor more efficient in their action, more smaller, which can even monitor the critical infrastructures and bridges, aircraft and even nuclear plant also, making big data possible. Natural big data storage structures in human body is eyes. Likewise, by using this nanotechnology, we can create, nanotechnology help us to create ultra dense memories which can help us to create store large amount of data and tackling the climate change. Nanotechnology in future, nanotechnology will help us to tackle the climate changes. Thank you.